steel, through fire and lace. I'm blessed to walk within your grace. Is to a throig arcane. You laid the path before me. You guided every step. Raise the hammer, string the bow. Her gift is all I need to know. Through toil and trial, through heart and hand, her grace builds up this mighty land. Is the grass a dead time it's sure? We'll build the land, our hearts within. From dawn till dusk, I work, I strive. With your blessing, I'll survive. The loom, the forge, the sword, the grain in your name, I rise again. And chill, got bua, got tolan, got trio. In you lies strength, in you lies skill. Each victory, each talent, each trial. No task too great, no skill too small. Your gifts, dear goddess, guide us all. Into force. Without your light, we have no guide, but with your hand, our place abides. Raise the hammer, string the bow. Her gift is all I need to know. Through toil and trial, through heart and hand, her grace builds up this mighty land. Is the grass the dead? By the grace of the goddess we are free. We'll build the land, our hearts within. I'm blessed to walk within your grace. Blessed by her grace, forever.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of Pax Dei, The Search for Steel. I am your host, Daniel, and of course, Emperor is our avatar. I do apologize for the late start. I had issues, technical inclination, and I decided, Wu Wei. So there must be a reason. Let's go with the flow. That kind of philosophy. Instead of getting angry. Hopefully, I didn't put too many of you off, and you'll be watching the live show in its, what do we call that? It's not necessarily a repeat. When you get a chance, please join us. Today, we're going into episode 98. But more in particular, we're doing the series Philosophy, Leadership, and Life, A Journey Through Time. So welcome, and thanks again. If you're new to the channel, we've explored wisdom, ethics, leadership, and decision-making in our earlier episodes. Beliefs, values, how they come to be, how they're manifested, how they are maintained and change. Today, we shift our focus a little bit to the social contract of how communities both in real life and in the gaming worlds, in particular Pax Dei, form and thrive. Pax Dei is one of those more intricate games where the players need to work together in order to achieve greatness or goals. Currently, I am not on that path. I do have a few friends, but I don't join them as much as I should. And as you can see, what I mean is the professions that I currently have, minus the mining and woodcutting profession. I am basically attempting to get above 30 in all of them. So fletching, skinning's already there. Fletching I need. Baking, what else do I need? Winemaking, leatherworking, weaponsmithing, alchemy, and I think armor smithing as well. Armor smithing. So my point being is, as a player in this world, what it would behoove you to do is create these communities and social contracts. But how are they created? Why are they created? What are their enforcement mechanisms when you do create them? All this comes to mind when I'm thinking MMO, right? Especially with one designed to have professionals and adventurers. Adventurers being the weapons, the people who just want to go out and adventure. They want to go out and kill stuff, which they can at any level. The professionals will supply them the ability to do that. As a matter of fact, maybe we will go out and get some more money. Because as a professional, I'm not making much money in the market for various reasons, and we can go over those reasons. But for the most part, these reasons are the amount of people around, where my market's located. It's surprisingly a lot like normal life with markets, honestly. What I am doing is I need to kill stuff fast, so I'll probably just bring the weapons that I need work on, for sure. I'm going for gold, so I don't really need anything in particular. I do need potions, of course. And of course I need the, yeah, we'll do this one as well. Okay. So this is where I'm going. I'm gonna go beat up on some Inquisitors. Did I miss? There it is. I have to make room for a hung bow, but I can't. As you can see, my durability is getting low in that one. I don't want to do that. It's more powerful, less accurate. So we'll deal with it. Some of these enemies I'm going to need to go through are ones that are going to really take away from my shields. I'm going to take 2 shields. As a matter of fact, I'll take one that I can repair and one that I can't repair. And more food. I need much more food. And then we'll get into the lecture. I call it a lecture. Learning? I don't know. Call it what you want. I hope that you'll find it as valuable to listen and to take notes and to perform the critical thinking skills that we've gone over in earlier episodes in order to best understand these nuances. And why do I ask a lot of people don't enjoy games for whatever reason, right? But they also don't take the time to investigate what kind of games we're looking to do. Matter of fact, I'm thinking about going to the Northern Justice Arts. Our Inquisitor, excuse me. I just realized that I swam across. Yeah, I'll do that. It takes a little longer. Okay. So, in this episode, you can say that steel actually has a meaning in the title, and it symbolizes strength and resilience that bonds communities together, right? So in episode 1, we did the foundations of thought, what wisdom means in its various traditions. In episode 2, we went through the ethics of nature, or ethics, excuse me, and the nature of the good life, how ethical frameworks guide decision making. If you need a foundation on those two things, please don't hesitate to review those. I did not put markers in them because, as you'll see if you continue down this journey with me tonight, I am all over the place because I'm playing a game as well. My thoughts are aligned. I just pause for quite a long time. Like every combat, I'm going to pause. And you're going to be like, he was about to make a good point. I forget arrows. You know what? I'll just make them. I just really need people to get to my location. I don't really need to worry about them in the damage arrows can do. Let's go this way. Try to pick up some more. And I forgot my axe. Things that I do with technical difficulties. Forgetting everything. Does anybody else feel the same? Like when you get distracted by something, you're like, holy crap. I forgot everything after that. Mainly because I rushed. Once I got it fixed, I was like, let's stream. Alright, I'm looking for sticks, believe it or not. Oh, wait. I might be able to. Not something I usually do, but let's test this out. It gives me a little bit. I can't cut down all the trees, but there's certain trees I can cut down with this. And that's all I need. Right there is 50, because I'm going to craft 50 arrows. Wooden, crappy, but you know what? That'll get us where we need to be. Alright, let's see. I think, for whatever reason, my memory in this thing is lagging for some reason. It does not like me tonight. Well, episode 3 and 4 was leadership, power, decision making, and the psychology of free will. All very necessary, right? In the grand scheme of things. For our discussion to continue. One of my screens is not having it tonight, so let's do this. Has all my notes in it, so keep your notes online, they say. And Google is like, yeah, that's not gonna happen. Alright, I got my browser back to normality, where I can actually manipulate it, that is. Alright, where were we? All right, so today we have a dual focus, right? We have the social contract. Why do societies form rules? Right? It's a big deal. And we're looking at Pax Dei. How do communities in this MMO forge alliances and maintain order? Well, one of the things I'm going to ask is you should be able to place these ordered societies in pretty much any MMORPG. This could be dangerous for me. I think there might be actual animals up here. Nothing I can't take. That's good. All this to find me. Alright. Even if our chat's quiet tonight, please feel free to jot down any notes or simply reflect on any of the ideas that I try to propose. Just to give you a roadmap tonight, we're going to define the social contract and key related terms. We're going to explore historical and philosophical perspectives from key thinkers. We're going to examine real-world applications in organizations. And we're going to delve into Pax Dei's narrative, of course, the search for steel, and how in-game communities mirror these dynamics. And the reason I picked the search for steel, because steel is very difficult to get in this game. The search for steel's, I forget what they call the actual search for it, but I found it, right? It's not the literal search for steel. It's the search for mastery, essentially. Then I'll wrap it up with some practical exercises and final reflections. It's always good to overthink things. All right, social contracts. Let's define them. A social contract is an implicit agreement among members and of society to cooperate for the social benefits, such as protection and social order. It's not written in stone, but yet it's a shared norm and rules that bind the community. So these aren't the laws. We're not talking about the laws. They are a key factor. But when you're looking at a social contract, it's not really the laws that we're worried about. What we're worried about is people understanding where they belong in this social contract, meaning when you wave, does somebody wave back? Social contract, right? All right, here's all the... Man, there's a lot. These guys are so hard. I should have brought more... These arrows are actually going to do a little bit. I can pretty much outdistance them. What I really want to do is get to a point where I can charge them. There we go. Sometimes I can really do that well, other times not so well. Now you can also bring down somebody. There we go. I couldn't see him, but I knew he'd take the bait. And I'll just run like this for a few. And I will eventually run up on him. You gotta watch these guys because they're fast. So you want to see, that was a 30 right there. And I don't know where they get that that one attack is just brutal. Alright. Let's see. Make sure we're up to par with our, and I think he's right about there. There we go. All you have to do is run. You don't have to sprint. You just have to run back and forth for a little bit. And since I have unlimited arrows because there's a forest around me, I can really do this all day. And it's not expensive. Usually I bring my wrought iron back arrow tips, but honestly it's nothing I need to do. Oops, see, there's the 30. Man, he brutalized it to 30. That's irritating. So we'll go up. Really, I'm doing this all for gold. I'm literally going up to him and saying, hey, I'm going to kill you because you have gold. That's it. Nobody else in here. Pity for me. And here's where I gotta be very careful on some of these because I don't want to drag everybody out. Just one person at a time. But, oh, really? I'm gonna get him a little bit more. And I realized that my food is out, so... Luckily, I blocked that one. I'm trying to get 2 swings in there, but honestly, oh, I went right into that one. That's my fault every freaking time. I see it coming and I go into it anyway. All right, so when we're looking at, it's not written in stone, but it's a shared set of norms. We go back to ethics values, right? This is where societies have to be determination. We have to determine as a society, I'm not talking laws. So let's define community. It's a group of people with shared interests or values. Trust, the mutual confidence among members that will honor the rules. Come on. There we go. Wow, he's taking a long way here. Wow. Did you see his kick? Oh, I forgot that. Wow, I got caught in my big swing. There we go. And I forgot to eat. Man, I'm going to die tonight. That's what it is. And I know there's a guy out there. I just have to find a good place to hit him from, where he can't hit me back, and I can see him. This will do. Wait for him to come back. This one's... I am in the wrong spot. I just moved it. I want him to show himself. Let's see if I can thread the needle. Nope. Yeah, I can thread it. Really? See if I get closer. Nope. He's smart. He's not gonna. Whoa. He is definitely smart. Oh, he got me from the side. Ah, that 30 is gonna kill me. That was a pretty good battle, though. What I don't want to do is run into these guys, so I'll take one out at a time. Over here, maybe? Funny that I'm doing this much with freaking armor on. Luckily, I saw him that time. See, there he goes with those 3. I'm finally looking, finally being able to see it, which is nice. Let's see if I only pull 1. He can hide behind trees. That's what I love. Yeah, I knew that was gonna happen. It's us being an idiot. Yeah. You gotta watch these guys. You can do a lot with these guys. They're not as hard as you might think, but you really got to be aware of what's going on. And then we go in. Oh, I knew I was gonna eat that arrow. Yeah, you gotta love the extra ways you can attack, so don't ever discount those. I want to get to this area before these respawn, so and then I'll pick up where we left off. I'm out of arrows. Alright. Out of food too. There we go. I picked up the flint. I'm gonna have to chop down a tree to get more arrows. What I would love to do. Is that the only guy? Ah, crap. He got caught. Ah, crap. There we go. Man. That guy's not my friend. That's for sure. And he's doing that. 3 thing, like a lot. Man, I had to come back from that. That was embarrassing. Alright, so that takes care of them. Now, let me see if I can... I want to fight a boar, because I need to. I don't think I can chop these trees down. Oh, I can. I'm using a really expensive axe to do this, but that's okay. That's funny, as you don't understand how humorous that is, and yeah, it's humorous. Alright, so grab some arrows. Alright, so we define community, let's define trust. And if you're new to the channel, I always define the terms that we use when we talk about them, because I feel that if we don't define the terms, then we seem to deviate from the conversation. But let me know your thoughts. So trust is mutual confidence among its members that others will honor the rules and order, the stable, predictable environment created by these shared agreements. So let's have steel symbolize durability, strength, and resilience, right? Strength is the capacity to withstand pressure. Resilience is the ability to recover from challenges, and unity is the binding element that holds diverse parts together. So just as steel forms the backbone of structures and weapons and such things like that, a strong social contract is the backbone of thriving communities. Early thinkers back in the let's go back to the ancient philosophical days. They reflected on society and order. A lot of, I think, not only a lot, I think all of them did. Modern organizations and MMOs both rely on these implicit agreements to function smoothly. Right? So society, why societies form? I mean, let's talk about it, because that's the important, right? Why do societies form these rules? Well, to ensure cooperations and mitigate conflict. When we think about societies, and we think about even going outside here in the United States especially, but any country for the most part, you feel safe. You don't have to dwell on certain aspects of your safety, right? Because the social contract is nobody, there's no theft, or there's no way for people to create that. I'm trying to be all philosophical, but in essence, what I'm trying to say is we feel safe, and that's because of a social contract. It's not because of laws. How many times have we, as pretty much everybody, said that laws are great, but do criminals... Wow, he's asleep. Do criminals abide by laws? The answer is no. Man. I didn't get off that frickin' 34, Jesus. I should be able to disrupt it, but I'm not. There we go. There he goes. This one's a little bit interesting because you're really covered by a lot of different forests. That's odd. There we go. Alright, that should take care of that entire encampment, if I remember right. So now we just have this. I love how I'm doing this in shiny, clanky armor. What are you doing? I'm sneaking around. What do you think I'm doing? Okay. So, how do rules build trust? Well, regular, consistent enforcement of rules and nurtures a sense of fairness, right? So, community charters and companies or guilds code or guild codes in online games, right? They're all more of a social contract, right? So there is the IBN or Ibn Khaldun's contribution, right? And the concept of asabiya or social cohesion came into existence. It's a sense of shared purpose and solidarity that binds a group. Ibn Khaldun argued that strong social cohesion is crucial for the rise and sustainability of civilizations. In both ancient tribes and in modern organizations, a strong sense of unity is essential. That's why a lot of, well, not directly why a lot of people, but we say e pluribus unum in America. Oh, why e pluribus unum? Out of many, one, right? What does that mean? We want to take the idea of being separate and become one society, one goal, right? I can't believe I hit him. Can't believe I'm beating them with wood arrows though. They're sticks that I sharpened and put some feathers on. Things I found in the woods. Alright, that's what I was looking for. I wanted to get rid of the shield. I don't need it. So I'd rather spend the time to get it. Alright, looks like I'm going to strategize. Yeah, we'll hit him first. Now he's a scout. I didn't realize he was a scout. I thought he was a footman or something to that effect. Oh, and he went around the tree. Look at that AI. Look at you. That's funny. I like how you keep moving and you're pretty much golden. I went in for that fourth. I didn't know if I was going to get it. But I'm pretty good with my spear. Like I said, I'm out for tonight. That is it. I gotta play it smart. So if I play it smart, I'll be fine. Don't. It's funny because I'm hitting more with these than I am with the arrows or the wrought iron arrow tips. It's pretty funny. You don't hear me chuckling. I am chuckling. No, there we go. I'm being very strategic tonight, which is unusual for me, but seems to be working out. So we'll keep going. However, we will be. All right. So let's go with the with ancient tribes and modern organizations. This is where I left off. Right. We sense a strong. There is a strong sense of unity, and it's essential. So, what about group loyalty? Well, how share the hardships for that forge bonds, right? So we say if you go through if you go through hardship, right? Interesting. If you go through hardship, your bonds become stronger. I think all of us have experienced that, especially those in the military. When you go through crap and almost lose your lives, or you're more in danger than most people to lose your lives, then yeah, you craft stronger bonds, and it's well worth it. I knew I was gonna get hit by him. Why? Hell. See, I tried to back up on him, but I ran away. I'm not sure. It's been doing that a little bit here and there. And it's been really annoying. Okay. So the rise and fall of societies due to changing cohesion. Think about that as well. I think I there's 2, maybe 3 coming up. That when you change the cohesion, see, I hit it. No. Really? All right, fine. Oh no, I can't. I don't want to do it, so when he come up here, but he's like, the wooden arrow just. Am I not hitting him? There we go. Man, that took a minute. I'm glad I didn't have expensive arrows. It's funny, the longer I hold my bow back, the more damage I do. So this guy is taking some brunt of my damage. Really? I did not like that. Miss that guy. Alright. Alright. So one of the changing cohesions that we see today, where we can look back at the past and see, was the Roman Empire, right? The Roman Empire, Rome, Roman Republic and Roman Empire, they changed their social contracts several times. So, in doing so, they may have fell because of it. I mean, at least part of the reason, right? I mean, we're not doing any real study here, but we are doing an investigation and critically thinking through stuff. What about Germany, the Weimar Republic? I heard that the Weimar Republic was just absolutely littered with impropriety, with different different social constructs, different social rules, and they deviated those social rules as well. Really? Is he hiding? Alright, we'll go over here. Sorry guys, I gotta... Maybe I'll take this footman over here real quick. There we go. Wow. Yeah. Yeah, I know it's gonna take some damage there, but I'm alright. Sometimes you just gotta take the damage. So those are two instances that I've found that, or at least anecdotally, man, this guy just wanted to hide back here. I love it. There was a guy there. He was like, I ain't not stepping out. Let's get these guys from the road. And it'll give me a minute to grab the wind back in my sail. Alright, so guilds or clans have to develop strong cohesion to survive as well, especially in a competitive in-game environment. Well, what does that mean? Well, it means that when you're looking at in-game social contracts, right? You need to understand. Really? Usually it doesn't hit me. Not like that. You always soften these guys up if you have those skills. Definitely do. It's so worth it, by the way. It's like they can't hit a moving target either. There we go. Alright, let's see. What else do we got going on? So let's look at the natural human state and cooperative arrangements. So, I'm going to butcher this guy's name. Rousseau posted that humans in their natural state were free and equal, and that society's rules emerge from a collective agreement to protect mutual interests. Well, if you think about it, if I'm out here in the woods doing nothing, and, is that a social contract with anybody else? No. Now, if I'm not a forest, or I have a family in the forest and I come along, side another family, well, what happens? Well, we have to have a contract that says you won't steal from me, I won't steal from you. Right? Wow. Totally got away with that. I should have a decent amount. Wow, I only have 1,000. Yeah. That's my own fault. Alright. So, if you look at balance, right, emphasizes individual freedom balanced by collective responsibilities. So in modern democratic societies and cooperative gaming communities where every member's voice matters or should matter, right? Now, I would like to pause and say, can anybody provide one country that is a democracy? A true democracy. And everybody's voice does matter, but in the social contract, you have to, or you will abide by the social contract, right? Yeah, my guy's like kind of twisting and turning. It's weird. Not looking to upgrade this weapon, just looking to kill the dog. There we go. So you skin it. I know there's some there's some inquisitors of this one, so I'm really just doing it for skinning. I might as well, since I'm unlimited arrows, I don't really care so much. I think I'll go around. I can go around a little bit easier than I can go through that gully. If I were hunting right now, I would not be getting near the, that's a bear. No, a bear today. Let's see. I don't know what the hell. And I should. Tell. Can't remember if there's a Daoist over there or not. There he is. Fight him really quick, and then I'll get back to the. I think societies in general, to understand why we do stuff as humans or as a community, it's important, and I think because we don't know enough about them, how they're derived, or why they should hold meaning, and that's why this episode is here. Can anyone answer why these hold meaning to anyone? And we'll come up with some exercises at the end here. There we go. I'm actually going to kill these guys, so I'm going to leave that bear there. Alright, so like voting systems in organizations and guild decision making in Pax Dei are examples of everybody has a voice. So Hobbes in Leviathan noted the necessity of strong governance. So he believed that without strong centralized authority, the Leviathan, life would be nasty, brutish, and short. So he's looking at order versus chaos, right? The social contract is essential to avoid anarchy. What's the application? In competitive environments, clear rules and leadership prevent chaos. I think we can all agree on that, right? a moment to kill 3 people. You didn't get me on that one. I'm just unloading on him. Did I stun him? Alright, finally being able to see this tallow. What don't I need? Need that. Need that. Need that. We don't need any of this. Need that. Need that. I don't even think any of these either. I don't know. Let's I just noticed that my arrows were being. See what I can do. That's a doge, and I get this. I can't believe I can chop this tree down with this axe. So we'll come down here, and we'll grab more arrows. While we go on. Okay. So, security, the state or leader provides protection in exchange for obedience, right? What is the trade-off? Freedom is traded for security and stability. Huge. Pax Dei can be strict. There could be strict clan leadership, might enforce rules to prevent internal strife. What's the repercussions? Leave the clan. We don't need you. So exile, essentially. So let's look at Confucius and the Daoist Wu Wei. Confucian emphasized on harmony, right? So he stressed that social order arises from personal virtue and respect for tradition. Moral leaderships, like leaders, should be virtuous and inspire followers. In communities, ethical behavior builds trust and order. Whereas Wu Wei, a little bit different. Wu Wei, translated into English, essentially means effortless action. It aligning the natural flow rather than forcing change, right? So it suggests that order can emerge naturally when individuals act in harmony with the environment. And if you're looking at a guild in Pax Dei, it might naturally evolve rules through consensus rather than strict imposition. In your workplace, there might be workplace rules, right? That might evolve without being actually implemented or what's a better way of putting it? Drawn up officially, like written down. I knew that was gonna hurt a little bit. 2, 3. There we go. I am so low on gold. And there he is. I'm gonna watch the bear. So I just want to bring this guy over his tent. Fire yet? I need a couple shots. There we go. Got me. There we go. Got that wolf there. Two guys here and a wolf. My god. This is just a death trap for me. I'm just gonna get this one. I'm gonna go over here. Because I can, I suppose. Remember, strategy is a big thing in this game, so don't discount your strategies. Wow, pretty nice armor, actually. Not getting 17 on it. A little bit tougher than the other ones. Waited a little bit. I don't know why I waited, but I did. All right. So when we look at ethical foundations, they are the basis of harmonious social contracts. Natural order is letting communities practices develop organically, and unity through flexibility, adapting rules to suit evolving communities' needs. How many people think that laws, especially in the United States, are too rigid in certain circumstances? And it becomes very I did that to myself. Oh, I can't believe I blocked that. I knew I wasn't going to block that one, but this guy's tough. That was tough. I better have gotten 9 gold for that. That was a tough battle. I'm okay with it, but... See, there's that little thing on the top there, and it's a, I forget what they call it. Really? Don't care, don't care, don't care. This tents are a little bit harder to deal with. Let's see what we can do here. I only want one person. I know there's a couple of people in there. It's going to be me running, essentially. Bring one out at a time. That'd be great, but it doesn't be able to. I love how I'm using the forest, though. Oh, really? He used the tree better than I did. Man, this guy's tough. There we go. Here we go. Alright. Give it a moment. Charge there. Okay. So let's talk about the empirical insights on trust and order. So what are the key findings? Well, studies in organizational psychology, that is research by Dirks and Barron mostly, show that trust among team members improves cooperation and performance. Well, it's consistent. The consistent rule enforcement and transparent decision-making enhance trust, right? I mean, it makes sense. I think a lot of us didn't need a study to tell us that, hey, if I'm going to be lied to, or work is going to be thrown at me. Really, another two? Try to bring just one. Let's see if I can't bring that guy. There we go. I knew it was a high percentage shot, but let's go kill him. I knew that was going to happen. I didn't look at my cooldown times. There we go. I'm going to get through this this tent fairly quickly. There we go. Very difficult to throw these arrows down range. These are harder in group tactics, by the way, but there we go. Yeah, I actually took some time to. Anyway, at any rate, which way do I want to go? I am here. Guess I can go get more money down here, I guess. Yeah, let's just do some traveling. That means I need to go to the left. And this looks like the left road, doesn't it? No, there we go. Okay. All right, so if we look at surveys and performance metrics indicate higher trust correlates with improved outcomes, right? I think, again, studies are just reinforcing what we already know to be true, right? Teams with high trust is more innovative and resilient. Absolutely. Let's see, here's a quote. Organizations that invest in building a strong social contract experience both higher morale and better productivity. Now, just really just continuing to reiterate what I've said already. So, is there any case studies? Yeah, a company that implements clear codes of conduct. And participative decision making sees improved employee engagement. So, regular town hall meetings and transparent policies and shared decision rights. All these contribute to that. So, how do you build order in organizations? Well, clear communications. You want to establish and reiterate community rules. You have inclusive participation. Give me a second. Precipitation. You want to allow really around the wounds. Luckily, I have really nice stamina, so not as worried about it. All right. Let's see. You'll have, when you do these things, you'll have increased loyalty, lower turnover, and more efficient teamwork. Well, how do these principles mirror social contracts in MMOs where every member has a role and a responsibility? So it's, that's a good question for the chat, right? So if you're looking to build the order in the organizations, you want to establish and reiterate the community rules. You want to allow members to contribute to the rulemaking, and you want to ensure that the rules are applied fairly to everyone. So one thing you do want to do is when you allow members to contribute to rulemaking, you want to guide them in the rule itself, because some people may want to take advantage of the rulemaking and craft a rule that benefits them. So as a leader, you need to look at that rule and say, okay, I see where they're going with this. It would benefit them more than any other person, so let's craft the rule a little bit differently so it applies to everybody and benefits everybody. So how as leaders can we do this? Well, use surveys and meetings to refine policies, right? We want to modify the rules based on community feedback and changing conditions. And of course, we want to build a resilient culture that endures challenges. That's the whole long-term vision to this, right? Countries that make laws without revisiting their laws, they're crafting a social contract. If you look at the United States, and I don't know how true this law is, but I believe because it's been stated so many times, when you look at a law such as you cannot put your apple pie on your windowsill to cool during the spring. I think that was the law, right? Well, why? Well, more than likely it was because at that time there was wild animals that would make their way into town more so than today, right? And if they're rabid or if they are harmful animals that were attracted by the smell, then we would have injuries or there would be a danger to the community. And it makes sense, right? But after a while, after you get animal control in your area, can you deviate? Can you take that law away? And I think moving or adjusting laws appropriately is just as, if not more important, to a society and social contract than making the law itself. Now, in most republics or free countries, we elect our lawmakers to craft laws that would benefit society. Here in the United States, I would say they are not. A majority of the time, the laws they make are budgetary or financial in structure. And if we decide to make a law, should we create a sunset for it? For example, if a law takes care of and not only takes care of, but what if a law is what's a good word for it? What if a law is so effective that the whatever it is that you crafted the law for is now good? You don't need to. You don't need the law anymore because nobody does it anymore. Oh my god, really? I do not need these. Nor do I need these either. Perhaps some. Okay. So. When we parallel this in MMOs, right? This is the harder part for MMOs, right? So a successful clan would create internal social contracts through written charters and leadership roles and regular communication. You would use your in-game forums, voice chat, led discussions. What would be the outcomes to this? Well, increased clan unity, lower conflict rates, and more successful coordinated operations. The same principle that builds trust in organizations apply to virtual communities. It really does. We're all human. We don't stop being human just because we play a game, right? Let's see if this rule still applies to this guy. Ooh, he came down. It does not apply to this guy. I'll just run around for a little bit with him. Hate him. I'll take 2 shots. Wow. Am I gonna kill him just from arrows? This guy's like, I would run if I were this guy. Like, this guy is really good with the bow. I'm out. I'm out of here. Yeah, you should have ran, dude. But I'll take the 6 gold. I think there's a. Yeah, I gotta take out this. Really? Oh my goodness. There we go. I'm glad it's the least expensive arrows I could possibly get. Yeah, I ran away. That sucked. I'm still blocking for some reason. I think my mouse might not be transmitting as well as it could. That guy's gonna be a joy. Wow. That was fast combat. Neat. Okay. I'll take it. That was it for him. I can take these guys, but I don't know. I like how I have to be in this range for some reason. And I had it locked, but okay. Wow. Really? Ah, sorry. Didn't mean to curse. But man, that was a pain in the butt, honestly. Okay. So let's talk. If steel represents strength and resilience that a clan must forge through the collaboration of shared purposes, right? So we're shared, combined. So let's go to implicit agreements among clan members on roles, responsibilities, and behavior have to be a social contract. Or, like I said, anything. But written or non-written codes that govern conduct. It's essential for coordinating attacks, defenses, and resource sharing, professional roles. You know, all sorts of different aspects to the game, right? Really? I was so confident, and yeah. Did you see me? Unbelievable. Alright, let's kill this guy. I'll deal with two, but or I'll deal with one. Thank God. This is how you get gold unless you're in the market. You can probably sell some stuff, but I'm not sure anybody would want it right now because a lot of people are noting a professional arc, which is fine. It's part of the game. Took me a while to get this armor too. I really needed this armor. I feel like it's an actual game with this armor. It's like there's two in there. Let's see if I can cast Pacify one of these guys. I should only be getting one for now. don't know if he's going to take it as an attack or not. Really gotta watch my cooldowns. There we go. And that guy did not come at me. Nice. I like pacify. Now I don't have to worry about the other guy doing anything. I can take my time with this guy. Rather, I'm not hitting a shield. He hits pretty hard. There we go. All right, let's go on to let's see. So, how do we associate social contracts a lot of the times? Well, sometimes we look at the social contracts as positional authority, right? So if you look at leaders and strategists and support players, you each have specific duties, right? And establishing regular updates and feedback channels is part of not everybody's job, really. I just realized I did not. I don't see the dog here, so I wonder if somebody's been through here. I have a bear feed. Maybe it takes bears. Alright. So, if you have successful clan dynamics, you will have a clan that overcomes major in-game crises by relying on its established social contract, such as, clan used pre-established rules and clear leadership roles to coordinate a comeback or gather a specific resource. So, clan leadership invokes social contract to call for discipline, whereas members adhered to those rules, resulting in whatever success the clan wanted to abide by. So as we look at these things, we look at our societies today, what we look at today. Right now in the United States, there's quite a bit of social contract fatigue, meaning the truth is hard to find. So what does that mean for everybody? Well, having the truth hard to find, or believing people who are set in leadership positions, makes it difficult for social contracts to be adhered to, because we don't know if we're being lied to or not. That's true in clan, it's true at work as well, right? Let's see if I can get my link. Alright. So let's see. Let's go to trust and maintaining order. From Rousseau and Confucius, right? Trust is built on fairness, equality, and moral leadership. So it emphasizes mutual benefit and equality. Mutual benefits and equality. Confucius looked at, or he highlighted the importance of virtue and role modeling. Leaders who are ethical, who model ethical behavior and foster trust.
one of the things you need to do is establish and communicate core values clearly all the time, right? Even at work, especially. But what about in your personal life? Can you have a social contract within your personal life that exceeds that of this society itself? The answer is yes, right? Absolutely. So, from Hobbes and legalism, we look at order sometimes requires strict enforcement. So, Hobbes advocated for a strong authority to prevent chaos. Han Fetzi emphasized the importance of clear. That was wicked. I get something going on. I don't even know who they are, but their names are funny as hell. So I'll leave it go. Looks like there's sprints on as well. All right. Let's see. So let's look for an application in here. In both companies and clans, clear consequences for rule breaking help maintain order, right? And a challenge is to enforce rules without stifling creativity or trust. So huge. So what empirical research can we gather in trust in groups? Well, from Dirks and Fenrin, they show that trust improves group cohesion and performance. So regular communication, transparency, and fair rule enforcement. Higher productivity is the outcome, and innovation in both real and virtual communities is the outcome, right? Wow, that was a lag. Okay. So trust levels correlate with lower conflict and better performance. So when trust is high, communities are more resilient to external pressures. Makes sense. Also, your social contract also enables you to lean on your teammates or your family or your clanmates or your insert the person who is close to you in an organization. And close meaning you talk, right? It's not necessarily the ideal situation that would become certain closeness criteria, if I put it in these terms, right? Wow, there's a lot to unpack here. We will wait. Oh, I got some silver though. That's kind of cool. I think I can that's silver, right? Cool. I want to make silver tip arrows so bad. Okay. Looks like I'm just gonna be going back and forth here. In my house to get rid of certain things, so I'm gonna have to pay attention to the screen for now. But oh, there's gold as well. I still want to find it. I think it's in Lioness, but I broke it in Lioness. You die in Lioness without a lot of people with you, which could be bad for you, depending on what you're wearing. Maybe I go naked with just an axe. Anyway, all right. So here's a practical exercise. Create your own social contract for your team or gaming group. So your steps: brainstorm, right? You want to list the values and rules you want to uphold. Discuss dialogue, or open the dialogue with the team members about the expectations, and then of course rate the charter and or the guideline. Put down on paper, right? Evaluate how your current practices align with these ideals, and then revise the rules based on feedback and changing needs. And of course, strengthen group cohesion and trust over time. Right? That's the goal of these. So let me say it one other way is knighthood. Knights when knights became what's a good way of wording this? When knighthoods first arrived, right? They were social contracts between the knights, right? Why? Because the knights wanted to uphold a certain amount of social contracts within the charter. Might be a good word for it. Here. I don't think I grabbed anything worthwhile from these guys. But looks like I have crack pockets. Yeah, lots of crack pockets. Lots and lots of crack pockets. Let me finish up the episode. This is just housekeeping, so let me through. And always remember to repair everything that you used. In fact, I have to repair a cloth piece as well. So before I put it away, so just repair it. Oh, done. So all my stuff is repaired before I put it away. And armor is a little different. Because you have a lot going on with the armor itself. So we want to and then what I want to do is I want to definitely put on those. Oh, nah, see, I don't want those. Put those on. Those go on. Those. I did it. Okay. What else do I need to put on that? There we go. And we are dressed with our own clothes. So let's look at the synthesis of theoretical and practical insights. So a strong social contract, like steel, let's use our metaphor, provides the foundation for thriving communities, whether in a corporation or Pax Dei or in another MMO, right? Merging insights from Ibn Khaldun, Rousseau, Hobbes, Confucius, and Daoism offers a blueprint for those community building. And a resilient community is one where every member shares the common values and responsibilities. So in the real world, better organizational performance and employee satisfaction rise to the top when you have a very well-defined social contract. The gaming impact is more cohesive, right? You have more cohesion, you have a successful plan and alliances. Well, let's take a moment to reflect. What is the steel, quote unquote? What does your steel look like in your community or team? How do your personal values contribute to building trust and order? Here's a journal exercise. Write down one action you can take to strengthen your own community's social contract. And then consider sharing these reflections in your team meetings or online forums or in your city or state, county, etc. The goal is to enhance self-awareness and the practical application of these ideas. People might think you're loony at first, but especially in America, if you look at your social contracts, do you see a fundamental outline, or is it one of those things that you're like, I don't know if this is actually there or not? It's been eroded, if you will. A lot of some people, I shouldn't say a lot of people, some people even ask the question, what's the American dream? What does that mean now? What's the American dream? So if that social contract has been diluted, we'll say, how can we bring it back for a call to action? So a social contract is an implicit agreement that builds trust and order. Insights, so just remember that. That's where you want to kind of move forward, right? The key research tells us that trust correlates with performance. Thus, Dirks and Farron, that's one of their takeaways. So ethical leadership fosters cohesion, says Bass and Avalayo. And if we look at that metaphor as steel again, we have strength, durability, unity forged under pressure. So I encourage everyone to consider your role in the community. What rules, values, and practices help you forge steel? Please rewatch any segments that resonate with you. Start or refine social contracts within your team or gaming group, and share your insights with others to strengthen collective trust. Next time, we'll explore bringing it all together, balance of wisdom, leadership, and community, where we integrate everything into what we've learned into actionable strategies. So this one's going to be a little bit shorter than my normal ones, actually. So thank you for joining me in this deep dive into how communities form and thrive. If you found this session valuable, please like, subscribe, and share. Stay strong, stay united, and see you next time.
With every step, a lesson learned. From fire's heat to the fields I've turned. The blade and bow, the forge and flame. I sharpen my skills, I play the game. Each day brings a challenge I must face. I train my hands with careful grace. From alchemy's art to the hunter's way, I'll find the strength to seize the day. I carve my path, I walk the line, in the shadow of the ancient sign. Through trial and toil, I'll find my way, learning more with each passing day. The skill of survival, the will to thrive, in a world where the strong survive. I face the night, I'll take the chance. I'm ready to fight, to learn to dance. For every strike and every fall, I'm building my strength, I'm standing tall. In the heart of the wild and the calm of the night, I gather my skills, I'm ready to fight. From the herbs I find to the iron I mold, each lesson learned is a story told. The stars above, they guide my hand. As I hone my craft, I take my stand. In the quiet woods, in the mountains chill, I push myself, I shape my will. With each new tool and every lore, I'm stronger now than I was before. I carve my path, I walk the line, in the shadow of the ancient sign. Through trial and toil, I'll find my way, learning more with each passing day. The skill of survival, the will to thrive, the heart of the wild and the calm of the night. I gather my skills, I'm ready to fight. The road is long, but I won't turn back. The lessons I learned keep me on track. With each new skill, the stronger I grow. In the face of the storm, I let my courage show. I've tasted defeat, I felt the sting, but I rise again with each new spring. For knowledge is power, and wisdom the key. I'm forging my path, I'm breaking free. The skill of survival